Hey guys, Merry Christmas. This is Blondie, and no, she does not want to be. Uh, yeah, she's feeling sleepy. She's trying to find a comfortable spot on my body where she'll sleep on. Trust me, she's now settling on my hoodie right now. Anyway, so today is the 2nd of December 2023, and I just want to tell you the truth, guys. Today I did not have the energy to record a video. I'm actually recording this at 11:30 seconds p.m. just so that you know sometimes we all fall short, and sometimes we are last minute people, but I think what matters most is the effort that you put in and the fact that you show up every day. Actually, one of the books that I read this year, and one of my favorite books that I read this year, was The Atomic Habits, which talks about the small little things that you do that really make an atomic difference, a huge difference in your life, rather. And I remember James Clear was giving this example of a runner, or rather, someone who wants to be known as a runner. And he was saying that if you want to become a runner one day, don't just wake up and set out to run 10 kilometers or 2 kilometers for that matter. You know, he said, break it down to little things that you can achieve daily. And you know, the first thing he said you can do is just wake up and tie your shoes. Just that. Wake up, tie your shoes, maybe even remove them and go shower. Tomorrow, wake up, tie your shoes. You'll feel like, I already tied the shoes, so I might as well get to my front door or to my gate, or you know. And then as time goes, just that habit of tying your shoes becomes a trigger that if I tie my shoes, if I tie my running shoes, I must run. So you're going to run for as long as you have trained to run. So today I was actually scrolling on TikTok, sorry, and I found this senior brand strategist. Her name is Julian Rose, and I watched one of her TikToks. Actually, this is the first time I have interacted with her, Julian Rose, and I just love how I resonated with the message that she was sending across, especially to us young people. So, Julian Rose's most important advice, if I may say, from that video to young people is that you work on your skill sets, okay? She goes on to give the example of how back in the day, uh, our parents and our parents, they used to work in this corporate environment and it worked for them, right? They would get jobs as soon as they finished their campus studies. They would climb up the corporate ladder, albeit faster than we can climb right now. And they would get, at their time, what seemed like a decent salary, because if you're getting 500,000 Kenya shillings for salary right now with the rising cost of living, it's going to take you so long to get to your financially rich life, you know, your rich life too. And this is also something that I learned from one of the books that I've read this year, and that is I Will Teach You How to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. And he talks about us having rich life, and he asks this very important question that is a very personal question, and it has not one answer, not two answers, but it has different answers depending on who is asked the question. And the question is simple: what is your rich life like? Would you drop me a comment and let me know what your rich life is like? And if you were to ask me what my rich life is like, I would tell you I would spend my days traveling, meeting new people. I know so many people are doing it right now, right? How many travel influencers do you know? I know a couple dozen at least. But that is what I define my rich life as: to be able to control my time, to be able to rule what I do with my time, with my day. Probably when I get there, I might leave it a few years and get tired and get another definition of rich life, which is okay. Another thing we've been taught for so long is that it's not okay to be flexible, it's not okay to change paths. It's very much okay to wake up today and decide, you know what, I've been a teacher for 20 years and I'm not going to be a student. Or I'm now going to be a photographer. Or I'm now. You see, and that's why I really liked Julianne Rose and her message today. She was telling the youth like us that if you have big dreams, if you're someone who has really big dreams, go out and reach out to them. Go and reach them. Go and chase your big dreams. Because in the very end, it's going to be you. When you die, you're going to look back at your life and you're going to ask yourself, how did I live my life? Did I enjoy the life I lived it? You know? And so she advises the young people that if you have something you're so passionate about, do whatever you can to make sure that you reach your goals, you reach your dreams. So many people will tell you, oh, being an influencer is not real job. You know, so many people are doing it right now. There's so much competition in the field. It's going to take you 5 years to learn how to do quality videography. But you know what? If you don't start today, it's going to take you probably 10 years before you perfect on any skill. Plus, we live in the age of information. It is so easy for you to get access to information right now than it was 10 years ago. Especially if you're a Kenyan. I know for a fact that smartphones started to become a big thing in Kenya around 2010 to 2012. So that's about 13 years ago. Our parents did not have that kind of technology. They did not have that kind of privilege. But we do. We as the young people. And that is why I really resonated with her. So she goes on and on and on to tell young people how to make a fortune and not a living, because she goes on to explain to you that yes, you might be getting this $500,000 as a corporate after 5 years, mind you, after 5 years. But I also want you to go out and look at people like Mr. Beast. See, Mr. Beast is right now one of, no, he's not even one of the, he's the beast in the YouTube game. He is getting millions of views in 3 hours while I'm struggling to get 100 views in 24 hours. And I'm not saying this to compare myself to him, because I know that Mr. Beast, at some point in his life, he was struggling to get the views. He probably didn't even care for the views. He was just probably just doing what he liked, what he was having fun doing, right? And as it is right now, what he was having fun doing is actually making him so much money to a point that he can come to Africa and build wells. And by the way, Mr. Beast, let me just say thank you for that. I know many people are criticizing you for that, and whatever, let the haters hate, you keep on doing the philanthropy work. So it's not going to take you 1 year for you to be the best YouTuber. See, here's what I believe. Success, like they used to tell us, is when preparation and opportunity meet, right? So I'm going to give this example to YouTubers, especially because I'm a YouTuber. So if you want to get brand deals, right, the first and most important step is to upload videos, to build a community, to get to know your community, right? To get a community. Because you will not have brand deals without having a community, right? If you're a blogger, you must have people who read your blogs. If you're an Instagrammer, you must have followers who like and interact with your content. I really love how Blondie falls asleep. She's just the cutest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, so I love how Julian Rose is so out to support and especially give us um, the advice that most of our parents don't give us. And like she says, of course, they have our best interest at heart, but they might not know the best way to get there because they know only one way, the way they used to get there, which is the corporate way. And she gives a very elaborate experience where you will probably have to work 10 years minimum to get the salary of 1.5 million Kenya shillings per month. If you're perfect on your skills, then that will mean that you will be able to leverage your skills over your time. Now, I know most of us Gen Zs don't like working 9 to 5. We just 9 to 5. Nah, I'm not gonna have time to spend with friends. When am I gonna go bowling? What about movies? Hey, I need to go movies for my mental health. You know, I just, you know what? On Fridays, I just need to wake up and do nothing so that I feel good. My mom is such a diehard for the United States, and I usually tell her, Mom, you know what? I know you like the US and everything, and I like it too. I mean, I'd love to go for a vacation over there, but I wouldn't really like to live in the US because the cost of living there is way too expensive compared to the cost of living in Kenya. And if I can work remotely from Kenya but provide services to someone in the US and still get paid the same amount that someone in the US is going to be paid, I will ultimately be making a lot more money than the person in the US because my expenses are cheaper than their expenses. So most of the money that I'll be getting, I'll probably be sending it to savings, to investments, to other projects that are going to keep making money for me as I sleep. So if you are a young person that has watched this video to the very last minute here, I'd like to say thank you, and I'd also like for you to leave a comment down below and tell me what dreams keep you awake in the middle of the night. Like I said, my dream is definitely traveling the world. I dream of having my own van. I so admire the van life. Yeah, so that is the dream that keeps me up at night. It's the dream that's keeping me up at 11:50 p.m. Yeah, I just have to make it because there is no other way. I have to live a rich life so that Blondie can become a total diva, so that she can sleep whenever and wherever she feels like, knowing that her mama's got her. Yeah, so anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and don't you forget that during this Vlogmas period we have a challenge where the best and the most active subscriber is going to receive a hoodie from me, a free hoodie. And all you need to do is watch my videos to the very end, comment, like them, you know, if you want to share, but that's not a requirement. The requirement is just to watch, like, and comment on my videos. And of course, by doing that, you'll be supporting me, and you'll also be giving me more reasons to keep on producing more content during the Vlogmas period. I'm going to end here. And I kind of wish this was a yoga session so that I'd be like, from my heart to your heart, I humbly bow. Namaste. But yeah, sending you love and peace. Peace out. Kate.